Hi guys, today I want to show you how to hunt Warzone 6 as an EK. So the requirements are level 400. You can start at 350 plus if you have excellent equipment and really high skills. In the video I use 388 EK, and as you can see I do struggle in some pulls. So I recommend 400 for safety. And you will also need to commit 10 Warzone 6 task points, which is the scouts, in order to enter for 8 hours. This is also equivalent to 10 suspicious devices if you have access to war zones 1 to 3. The quest is called Dangerous Depths if you want more details about how to do the tasks and how to access the war zone. In terms of random tips, I recommend that you get the candle stump item. You can use that to try and tame the mole for a mount. So it's quite hard to do it, so I recommend trying it. You come upon 3 or 4 moles per one round of the respawn, so you can just do it, as you're walking around and try and catch it. The imbuements I recommend are 2 times vampirism, 1 times void, 1 times crit, and potentially earth protection if you don't have lion shield or if you have a 2-handed weapon. In terms of the equipment, I recommend an ice weapon. Well, it's a must-have to have an ice weapon, and as much physical and earth protection as possible. So lion shield, terror helmet, terror amulet if you want to. The damage comes mostly from diamors and deep worms. There's about 60% damage comes from diamors, about 36% from deep worms. And earth physical is about 50-50. Supplies that I use are about 2,800 strong manas per hour and around 60 supremes per hour. The spawn is quite hard, so even with 2 vampirisms, I use a fair number of supremes. In terms of charms, I recommend freeze or dodge on diamor and inflame or dodge on deep worm. The character in the video you will see is a level 388 EK with 122 base, axe skill, 125 with loyalty, 2 times vampirism, 1 times void, and 1 times crit imbuement. No boosts, no praise, and no charms. In terms of results, they do vary sometimes a little bit, so I have a couple of analyzers here for you. But from my experience, the results you can expect on level 400 are around 3.8 to 4 million experience per hour on 150%. Around 700 to 850k per hour profit. This depends on how many suspicious devices you drop and what their price is on your world. It will take around 7 hours for Deepworm Bestiary and around 5 hours for Diamond Bestiary. Now this respawn is quite similar in a way to the Diamond tasking area where you do tasks for Warzone 6. So here is the highlight of the differences between the two spawns. So in terms of Warzone 6, you have more monsters, so it's easier to keep up the respawn as the respawn is much larger, whereas on the tasking area you can sometimes run out of respawn. Warzone 6 scales better with level. So on level 400, I have similar experience on the tasking area and on Warzone 6, but on level 700, for example, I would have a lot higher experience at Warzone 6. So there's a lot more you can get out of Warzone 6 on a higher level. There is more profit at Warzone 6. There is more deep worms here, so bestiary for deep worms is a bit quicker, and that is the bottleneck for bestiary anyway. You also get some bestiary for mole, humongous fungus, and spit nettle while you're here. You can mount the mole, as I mentioned already. People doing tasks for Warzones will not interfere with you here because nobody really enters this area unless they do in Warzone 6. You can also collect blue crystal fragments if you want to do Warzones in the future. So there's these big blue crystals in the Warzone. As you can see in the video, you can click them and then potentially get some crystals that you need to kill the boss later on. It's not important, but if you want to, you can do that. And the minuses of this place in comparison to the Diamond tasking area is that it costs 10 task points to enter for 8 hours. So of course that's a bit of an upfront cost if you need to commit the suspicious devices. And this respawn is a bit harder. So, the tasking area can start at level 300. I definitely wouldn't recommend Warzone 6 on level 300. Now moving on to the routes that I take. You enter around here, where I'm showing now. And then this is the sort of circular route that I take. I do it clockwise, and you will be able to see it in the video. So in the video, I will show you one cycle of the whole route, so that you can see how I do it. And that's it. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you'd like to see any other videos or if you have any other questions. So enjoy. Thanks.